The sad story behind burials on a Navy aircraft carrier. The winds howl and the waves crash against the mighty aircraft carrier, a symbol of strength and power. But beneath its steel hull is a bleak reality that few outsiders witness. It's the story of the final resting place for those who gave their everything for their country. It's a story about honor and tradition, sadness and sorrow, and the unique problems of executing burials at sea. Join us as we delve into the emotive and heartbreaking reality of Navy aircraft carrier burials. The practice of burial at sea is centuries old. Previously, the body was sewed into a weighted shroud, usually made of sailcloth. The body was subsequently thrown overboard, generally with a religious ceremony. Many marine burials occurred as recently as World War II, when naval forces were deployed at sea for weeks or months at a time. Many service soldiers, veterans, and family members have chosen to be buried at sea since World War II. The ceremony of at-sea disposition has two components, religious and military. The religious portion includes the reading of scripture and prayers, the committal, and the benediction, which may be performed by the chaplain, commanding officer, or an officer designated by him or her. Other military people handle all other components of the ceremony. The casketed remains are covered with the national ensign and the Union placed at the head and over the left shoulder for at-sea disposition. The deceased cap and sword are not displayed when draped with the national ensign. Casket bearers uncover the below decks while not carrying the casket. At all other times, they are concealed. Always carry the casket feet first. The committal site is cleaned and rigged so that when the coffin remains are carried on deck, they can be safely put on a stand, if necessary, with feet overboard at right angles to and extending over the side of the launching. Attention is called with a bugle or by word of mouth as the top master-at-arms leads the casket bearers in the hand salute as the cortege moves to the place where the burial will take place. When the remains have been laid in this manner, the hand salute is terminated by those in view, and a sentry is posted unless the burial service is to take place immediately. The firing party of 7 people is to be led by a chief petty officer. During the service, the chief master-at-arms directs the casket bearers until the flag is encased and presented to the commanding commander. In circumstances where the remains have been cremated and the urn carrying the ashes have been received on board for marine disposition, floral tributes may be used to surround the receptacles and cover the platform or table on which it rests throughout the service if cremains are received for committal at sea. After the urn has been launched or the cremains have been distributed, the flowers may be allowed to fall overboard with the cremains or hurled into the sea by the flag bearer. For all aspects of the funeral where the cremains are carried by hand, one enlisted member will be assigned to carry the receptacle carrying the remains. 4 military people will be in charge of carrying the flag and carrying the urn. The flag bearers will accompany the urn bearer as it is brought on deck and taken to the location of commitment. The folded flag will be carried by the flag bearer on front and the right. The flag's then placed behind the cremains on the stand. When the honor platoon has been brought to parade rest in mass formation, the burial ritual begins and is read through to the completion of the prayers. When these preparations are finished and everything is ready, the alarm is activated. The command "Firing Party, Present Arms" is issued, and the committal reading begins. When the committal word is read, the coffin bearers tilt the board so that the casket slides along it, under the national emblem, and overboard into the sea. The command "Firing Party, Order Arms, Parade Rest" are given, and all hands bow their heads. The benediction is pronounced until the conclusion of taps and salutes. After taps, the firing party is brought to order arms. The coffin bearers represent the national ensign by folding it twice along the flag's long axis. The blue field is retained on the periphery. Beginning at the fly end, fold the flag so that only the blue field is visible. The chief master-at-arms then presents it to the commanding officer. After the commanding officer is received and departed with the flag, the command parade rest is delivered, and when all have assumed it, the details are brought to attention, formed, and marched away. When they are clear, the honor platoon is called to attention, the retreat signal is sounded, and the ceremony ends. And there you have it. We hope you enjoyed learning more about the burials on a Navy aircraft carrier. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about naval history and tradition, don't forget to subscribe and switch on notifications for our channel.